All right, guys. So I'm driving now with a fellow pilot. We were doing our training together in Miami, and I never posted any video on Facebook or anything because I think that's a little bit awkward. But we were having some conversations about the situation of his country, and I see many similarities between what could have happened in Brazil and maybe what can happen in Greece with socialist party in power. So I'm just gonna ask him. Well, the first thing, you're a commercial pilot, right?
Yes, I am.
You fly an airline in Venezuela.
Yes.
And you fly a Boeing, which is a big airplane. It's actually a bigger airplane than the one that I fly.
Yes.
And
I fly a Boeing 767, which is a wide body airplane.
Yeah.
And the salary that we have is like, if we I don't know where.
So wait, you fly a Boeing 767, which is a wide body aircraft.
Yes.
That is what worth maybe an old one, $50 million.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. How many passengers?
250.
250.
Yeah.
Okay. And your salary right now, how much is it?
It's just like $40 a month.
$40 a month.
Yes.
For you to fly
$40 US dollars a month, yeah.
$40 US dollars a month.
You have that responsibility to fly so many people around, so many, responsibility that you have in your area of operations.
Yeah, and so why is that happening? And with $40, what can you do in Venezuela right now?
No, it's basically you can't do anything you want because the economy is really bad right now. It's in recession. It's the politics that our government has taken for the past 20 years has gotten to this point where the currency in Venezuela is not worth it at all. It's not worth it. So unless you have a salary in US dollars like $3,000 or something like that, you're not gonna make a living over there. So that's the situation.
And no one earns in dollar because
no one does unless you have a good government connection or something like that.
Yeah. So the guys that have government connections with the socialist government and Bolivarianos or whatever they call it, these guys get away a little bit better.
Yes, because they do illegal stuff outside the country or maybe inside the country. We call it enchufados, which means they are plugged to to certain jobs.
Yeah.
They are plugs, so they're gonna make a living out of it.
I see.
They get out with it. They don't know how to control it.
Yeah. And about the food and stuff like this, what do you?
Well, right now there's a huge shortage of food, medicine, and so many other things like shampoo.
Basic
needs,
stuff.
Yeah, basic needs stuff for people.
So actually, in the end, even if you have the money to buy and you go to the supermarket, you cannot.
You're not gonna find it. A lot of people, what they do is when they travel to Miami or Panama, Colombia, which are countries near to Venezuela, they buy their basic stuff over there.
I see. And you mentioned something about kids asking for food in the airport and stuff like that?
Yes.
Inside the airport?
As soon as you step out of the sterile area from the airport, you're gonna understand the situation in Venezuela. You don't have to live there. As soon as you go out from the sterile area, a bunch of kids are gonna ask after you, asking for food, because they're starving. They don't ask for money. They don't even ask for money. They don't care about the money. They just wanna. They want you to buy food. They want you to buy food. And so you just have to go with them and buy something to eat. And they're starving.
And just to finish, something that Brazilians will relate most likely, especially the ones that are against the government that is in power now, or was in power until our president was impeached.
Yeah.
Is that every time that we say something against the government, people that support the government, their only excuse is that we are from the opposition party and that we are following the media and the mainstream whatever, and the you know, that
Yeah.
Americans influence us and stuff like that. So, and you told me that in Venezuela is similar.
Yeah, it's very similar over there. But the way I see it is, I don't like the government, but I also don't support the opposition. But I'm very clear that the country is following a path that is not good for the people. And even though you don't support the government, they they call you opposition for some reason.
Yeah.
And
Because-
what I think is, I see on the streets, I see what's going on in the country. So the people are starving, people are suffering. It's about the people of it's about the Venezuelans. They are suffering.
All right, man. It's gonna finish here. Thank you very much, and hope people